It sounds like a stretch, it sounds optimistic, but I believe I have a lot of tools in my repertoire on how to get better, how to feel good, how to, be on top of my game, how to be disciplined, how to have a good work-life balance. Okay, I could not take a nap. It's still boiling outside. It's 31 degrees. I'm on my way to the function. It was a nice break from function to function. But me personally, I can't function. Chicle bomba.
Pero Andrea viene con nosotros. Estoy seguro que en la banca no. Pero no, somos yo sí.
No hay nadie. Hello, the lighting is quite bad, but I'm home. I felt kind of like doing the walk of shame this morning because I was in last night's clothes. I was just coming from my cousin's house. No shame in that. And I stole her dog. I often do that because she's the love of my life. I love that dog. I truly do. I had 3 glasses of wine. Literally 3 glasses of wine. I'm hungover today. Mind you, 3 glasses of wine panned throughout the day. Like I had a glass of red at lunch, and then I had 2 glasses of white at the bar, and then at the club, I don't know, maybe my friends gave me tiny, teeny sips from their drinks, but they didn't have wine at the club, and I was like, okay, I don't want to mix. And I'm still hungover today. I also think that I'm just tired because I did not sleep much, but I also acknowledge that I'm probably just kind of old. I'm 30. I should not be at the club anymore. And if that offends you, it's okay. I was literally so hungover that it took me a while to get myself to make myself breakfast. But this is a plate. I'm so excited about this. These are all my favorite things at the moment. Made myself some coffee. I made myself a cheesy omelet. This has mozzarella on the inside. Cottage cheese, homemade paprika hummus. I made this. Never buying hummus again. Every time I make hummus, I say the same thing, and then eventually I'll buy hummus again. But I'm never buying hummus again. Turkey ham, which is not all for me because sharing is caring. And when she's in my house, she eats what I eat. Actually, no, I only give her ham and scrambled eggs sometimes. Her mom lets me, and also she knows this is the fun house because she gets turkey ham. I love her.
Playing Fool's Gold.
That's one of Amanda's. Me and Kelly really got talking. I know that, but
Melting. It's so hot outside. But I went to get a couple of groceries and also just to go on a little walk and to talk on the phone with my boyfriend. And I bumped into my friend Susu at the supermarket actually. I went to 3 supermarkets just now. And honestly, that is my ideal way to do things. And it was such a funny little random meetup. And it was nice seeing her. She was also hungover, so we rejoiced in being hungover together. And now I'm on my way back home, and I'm gonna make something to eat. My main goal was to get some avocados. Could not find any good ones to save my life. They were actually in such bad condition, I nearly considered buying the tub of guac at the store. But I'm too Mexican for that shit. I physically could not bring myself to do it, so look who I'm back with. Oi, oi. It's so nice to come home to her. I love her. I'm gonna steal her forever. I just finished annotating East of Eden, which honestly I finished reading a little while ago, but I just hadn't had the time to get through the motions of this. This is one of my favorite books ever. And another really cool thing though, in what it took me to annotate all of this, I finished my second commonplace notebook of the year, and I'm so happy. This is from February to June 2026, and honestly it feels like amazing. I do have another notebook waiting for me, so I'll do the change tomorrow. Good morning. We are up and at 'em. I woke up and did some work in bed, not gonna lie. I must confess, that's one of the biggest pressures in life for me. And I got ready, and now we're walking. I wanna buy a box because I have to send a vestiaire, how do you say it? Vestiaire package, and I need a box for it. And I just always like to go on a little morning walk when I can, and whenever I have chai is the perfect moment to do it. Okay, so that behind me was supposed to be the place where I bought the box, but it's closed forever. Anyways, that's a fucking bummer, because it was very nice to have it closed, but I'm gonna go to another place that I think, I'm kind of eyeballing it. I think it's one street down, where I think they might sell boxes. This is taking longer than I anticipated, and I'm kind of hungry, but we move. I've secured the bag, or the box more like, and the place where I thought I was gonna find it, the lady was so sweet. I had a quick little chat with her about the weather, because it is so hot. She could not sleep last night because she was melting, and plans on staying the night at the shop because they have AC there. I love getting all the cheese from the ladies in the neighborhood. Keep it up, keep it up. But yeah, very happy that I got my box. And a couple of steps in before noon. Hello, girly pops. I didn't film the process of changing from this commonplace notebook that I finished yesterday to my new one, because I did it for TikTok. So I'll just show you guys. This is her, this is she. This is just a moleskin pocket in red, and it has blank pages. I love it. I had this laying around, thankfully, so I didn't have to go buy a new one. I was gonna go to Muji. I still might, because I want to buy something else. I don't know if I'm going to do that today or tomorrow. I actually had to take a break because I was in the middle of working, and I actually do need this on me when I'm working at all times, and I had ran out of pages, so it was giving me anxiety. I was using like scraps and now she is on my little Paper Republic pocket grand voice. I don't know. Her. Gente. She's so spoiled. Oh my god, I love her. I'm hella having girl dinner for lunch because I'm just having a bunch of leftovers in my fridge and stuff. I wanted to show you, this is my current hyperfixation. I love it so much. Carrot and orange salad. That's literally all there is in this. Carrots and orange. It's been sitting in the fridge for a while, and that is exactly what you want for this to be this juicy. No! I think I'm done with work for the day, and I took Chai and I on a little walk because honestly my back was killing me. I have such god-awful posture when I work. I'm like this. We're going on a walk and maybe write a little bit and just wind down for the day. Go home, have dinner, take a shower. I have to wash my hair today. Jump scare. And go to bed early because tomorrow will be just as productive, and I need like 8 hours of sleep to guarantee that. I got 8 hours of sleep last night, so that guaranteed that day. So yeah, I'm kind of dead. I have nothing to say, but it was a good day. We're happy. Hi. So, in the middle of filming this video, I had to stop because I, quite frankly, had a bit of a crisis. I think that sounds like a very exaggerated word, but honestly, it was a bit of a crisis. I had a bit of a mentee bee. And whenever I go through these crises, I think I feel so bad. I feel like it's a bit of a betrayal of the self, and it makes me feel like I lack in discipline because I believe I have a lot of information and I believe I have a lot of knowledge on how to live a life that guarantees me the utmost incredible mental health. I swear, it sounds like a stretch, it sounds optimistic, but I believe I have a lot of tools in my repertoire on how to get better, how to feel good, how to, be on top of my game, how to be disciplined, how to have a good work-life balance, how to do it all, and then some. But I'm only human, I think. This last crisis I had really helped me to humanize myself, which I think whenever you get the chance to humanize yourself, it is a great opportunity and you should take it and show yourself compassion even as you pick yourself up from the ground. I don't think those two cancel each other out. I don't think it's one or the other. I think you can show yourself compassion and humanize yourself whilst actively picking yourself up from the ground. I don't know if I'm following a path that makes sense, but I hope you're still with me. Truth be told, I am going through changes. And the next couple of months will only bring more and more of these changes. And these are very exciting changes. I truly trust and believe that everything is going to come out chef's kiss and it's going to be wonderful and it's going to be great. But changes also come with everything and then some. I think my life has become very eventful in the past couple of months, and it's only about to get more and more eventful as we, walk through the summer and dip our toes into the autumn, which is very exciting, don't get me wrong, but like anything in life that actually matters and it's worth it, it's a bit of a roller coaster, and I plummeted. It was bad. I also think it had a little bit to do with the fact that I think I had a lot to do actually with the fact that I was in my luteal phase, me and being Lucho, girl, it's so bad. It's really so bad. It gets to me bien bonito, bien padre. And I just woke up one day and nothing was really going right. Everything was going left and I was feeling so shit, and I was picking up fights with mostly myself, but also with like my boyfriend and stuff. But then I decided to bounce back. And I think my mother says something that I think is so very clever. She says that we only change when we get tired of being the way we are. And you can only get happy and you can only get peaceful when you get tired of suffering. And sometimes this feels a bit cocky and a little bit, I don't love it when she says this, but honestly, to time and time again, she has proven herself to be very right. And I've been witness and I've been an active participant of, I've been a testimony, if you will, of how this is the truth. And so I woke up one morning, I think like 2-3 days after, you know, the crisis began, and I decided that I was tired of suffering and I wanted to start getting better. It felt overwhelming to pick myself up in that moment, but then I remembered, like aforementioned, that I had these tools, that I knew what I had to do to get myself out of that state. And so I started implementing them right away, and it worked like clockwork, because I don't even look the same way that I looked a week ago, I swear, and let alone feel, you know, that goes without saying. And this time I wanted to be very present about my getting better. I wanted to be very aware of and conscious of every single thing that I did to get to a better place. And I thought no better than to write it down and keep track of everything that I was doing to get better. And so I made a little list of things to do to get better, and I thought that is genius. I can always refer to these. These though, I know by heart. I think I was just trying to, you know, be very conscious of it, and writing always helps me ground myself and really, you know, be in the moment, and I really needed that. I needed to like set foot on the ground, and writing always helps me with that. But I also thought that I could maybe share this information because this has been a trial and error of 30 years of me trying everything under the sun to get to this list that I'm about to present to you. It's quite simple, really. I just thought it'd be a fun little chit chat with the girls on the things that I did to get out of my crisis mode. It was bad. I was an SOS for a couple of days, but I feel good. Like today I can sit down in front of you and I can tell you that I feel very good. And so I thought that I could also share the list. Let me find it. It's a couple of days back. Okay, I found it. Here it is. How to get better. I journaled. I wrote in my diary a lot. The things I found most relevant, I rewrote in caps. I don't understand my handwriting very well when it's not in caps. So I wrote everything that I found relevant in my thoughts in this little pocket, passport pocket size notebook that I always keep in my bag. I rewrote the things that I kept in my main diary in there in caps, the relevant ones, the ones that I thought important, the ones that I thought it'd be beneficial for me to go back to. Number 2, try to understand where I'm coming from rather than seeking immediate comfort. It allowed me to come back to myself and then reach out for help. I feel that once upon a time, the first thing that I would have done was just pick up the phone and call a friend and call my mom, call whoever was willing to listen, probably talk to some girl at the club and cried with her in the bathroom. But now I've become very solitary about my process, and I think it really helps me stay objective. And I find it comforting in a way when I'm able to, you know, be with myself before I'm with anyone else with my own problems. I do know when to ask for help sometimes, but my first steps towards, you know, actually getting better, I think always start with myself. I don't I don't seek them elsewhere, and I think that really helps me. I don't think I can elaborate more other than by saying that it just feels good. And I've become less social with the passing of the year, so. Number 3, took myself on a long walk. Walking is everything to me. It is therapy. It is insane how good it will actually pick me up and drag me from the depths of hell. So that deserves the drama. It deserves the drama of my words. Walking is everything. Number 4, called my mom. My guru, my spiritual coach, everything to me. The wisest woman on earth is my mother, and she belongs to me. All her knowledge, she passes down to me. Sometimes I'm in awe of this, honestly. Number 5, came to a green space. I wrote in parentheses, important. Damn right, it is important. Green spaces, natural spaces are very healing. I don't mean to sound, like a tree hugger, or like I have the world's craziest, biggest green thumb, but there is something that the trees and the water and the flowers and the birds and the fucking bees do to us that we will not find anywhere else other than with the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the water. So I'll leave you with that. Number 6, wrote down my surroundings, what I could hear, feel, smell. This is a great practice that I've started doing a lot when it comes to my fiction. I think I'm done with metaphors. I think we are all done with metaphors in the era of ChatGPT. That bitch loves to metaphorize everything, and it's a bit annoying. I've been loving reading that is pretty direct and to the point, but sometimes I also love a good metaphor because they're very cliche, and I love a good cliche. I have been trying to just sit down with whatever it is around me, and I will write it down as it is. No metaphors, no nothing. And this is surprisingly grounding. This is like meditating. It's insane. And I thought that it'd be good to do it in that moment, and it really helped me calm down. Like, it really helped regulate my nervous system. So that is a good one. Learned about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Sometimes it's good to come outside of your feelings a bit and back them up a little bit with science. Ultimately, I believe it brings comfort. Yes, I started like watching this video on NLP, and honestly, I haven't seen any other videos about it. I just saw that one and talked about it with my mom a little bit, and she gave me her takes on it, which were very positive, and so I took the classroom of my mother. But you can do this with anything, really. You can ask Google anything about what's going on up here, and I think it's going to be extremely comforting. Don't overdo it. I know that. Don't Google symptoms. Stick to things that are also a bit outside of your problem. Like, this is a video I found randomly because my YouTube just feeds me this type of information. But I think backing up your feelings with science sometimes can be so comforting. I don't want to elaborate on this because I feel like I'm gonna spew some bullshit, and it's not my intention, but I'll just leave it at that. The next day, the number 1 was stayed in bed for a little longer, but only a little longer. There is, for me, not a stronger recipe or ingredient in the recipe of spiraling into a depressive episode than being so still, than staying in bed, than wallowing in my misery. But sometimes you kind of need it. So I stayed in bed for a bit longer, but only a little bit longer, I think. I needed to remember this. Number 2, morning pages. Can't believe I ever stopped. I watched a video on a girl refuting morning pages and relating it to her mental health, declining. All respects to her, honestly. Like, I'm not here to belittle or go against her feelings or whatever. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, me too. Girl, so weak, so easy, so gullible. Morning pages really works for me to just dump all of that first thing in the morning. I think it works wonders. I think it's like going to therapy every day. So yeah, I can't believe I ever stopped. I've been doing it every day ever since I wrote this, and I'm glowing, I feel. Number 3, wrote down a hefty to-do list. Kept myself busy. I think that's just what I meant by this. Just kept myself busy. Number 4, read a little bit. Escaped my world for a second or two. I'm reading the great Joan Didion. Had to take a little break from her because I wasn't liking slouching towards Bethlehem. Or I guess the concept of like the short articles. And I read some Novikov in the middle, and I'm completely delighted by him. Number 5, all of this before I reached for my phone. No screen time after I opened my eyes for the first 5 seconds. It's insane. The more I think about how reliant we are on our phones, again, I don't want to sound like a green thumb, like a hippie, like I'm above all of this. Like, fuck no, I'm not above all of this. Weekends are absolutely, it's my guilty pleasure to reach for my phone and scroll before I can even process. It's also so bad that I do it on weekends. Weekends are so precious to me, but, you know, all of this to say that I'm not trying to be or sound superior. Like, this is very much like a pandemic that we're all going through, and if you can, you know, avoid it for 5 days out of 7, girl, I think it's a win. And it really helps up here. And I wrote another list of just random things that I do as I get my day started, I think. Number 1, rebounding. I don't know, I think it wakes my lymphatic system up. But it wakes me up to just like get moving in the morning. Number 2, Qigong. I've started doing it. I don't understand much about it, but I can feel the tip of my fingers tingle sometimes, and it's quite nice. So I don't know. I'm no expert, but yeah. Number 3, ate well. Loads of protein, made my own food. Kitchen makes me happy and keeps me busy. I've been doing that a lot. It just like, I want a cookie, I'll make it. I want a coffee, I'll make it. I don't know. I've been trying out new recipes, also writing them down. I think, yeah, I love the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. It makes me very happy, and it keeps me well up here. Before, I kept writing my feelings down in caps. Yes. I felt like it was starting to get a little bit obsessive, that practice. But listen, I'll keep coming back to this. I feel so good now. So it helped. It did something. Number 5, long walks. And that is pretty much it. I'm gonna minimize, you know, actual mental health problems. And I hope that this doesn't come out wrong or yeah, like I'm having an air of superiority. Therapy is great. I am very much looking forward to talking to my therapist soon as well. I just haven't quite had the time. I've had a very busy week, but therapy is great. Reaching out for help is great. You know, take care of yourselves and do what you need to do. You know yourself best, but professionals are there for a reason, and they're great, and there's really nothing like a good therapy session. So I always encourage that. But these are just some little things that help me and have been helping me throughout the years. And God, it's been a couple of years, you know what I mean? So take this as a little supplement, not as the whole medicine. But yeah, that is that. I just wanted to share that, and I'm feeling so much better. And I also wanted to end this video with, you know, a lighter note, because I, you know, fell into this hole mid filming, and it really discouraged me. But now I'm as encouraged as ever. So just wanted to end it on a good note, and I will see you next week. Kisses.